Hey True Believers, Englentine here. So, turns out that DC Comics has in their mind that they're gonna try to tackle the young adult crowd. They already have comic books for kids, Scooby-Doo, Looney Tunes, and of course I'm always singing the praises of DC's Comics superhero girls. But not willing to rest on their laurels and wanting to shove it in the face of Marvel Comics, they are not only releasing a series of young adult comic books, 2 lines by the way, but they are doing it in such a way that may actually get young adults, the teenage set, to start paying attention. Starting with the ink line, there's going to be a title from Being Super's Mariko Tamaki and Steve Pugh, who did the Flintstones, and it's going to star Harley Quinn, and I believe it's called Harley Quinn Breaking Glass. Also in the ink line, we're going to get a story about Mera, Aquaman's wife, from Daniel Page. It's called Mera. Just from this cover alone, it looks interesting. I would not mind picking it up myself. And for DC Zoom, there's no pictures that I found. I did a little research, but I couldn't find any photos or anything of the books that are coming out. However, there is a list of writers: Laurie House Anderson from Speak, Melissa De La Cruz from The Descendants, Michael Northrup from Tomb Quest, Ridley Pearson, I know this one from The Kingdom Keepers. Everybody who lives near Disney knows about The Kingdom Keepers. That's just a given. We're issued it, actually. Not a lot of people know that. Now, they're mostly going to be graphic novels. Some, I guess, are going to be digital first. Jean-Lun Yang is going to be writing something called Superman Smashes the Klan. I'm very interested in finding out if they mean that Klan. And Ridley Pearson's project will be Super Sons. It's going to be separate from the regular Rebirth continuity. And it's going to focus on the characters more, which I think that's what the regular continuity does anyway. Now, here's the big thing. Here's what I'm very excited about. Because teenage girls, young adult girls, they're reading manga rather than comic books. Yeah, and I know you hear that, oh, women are 51% of the projected, of projected, but the thing is, they're reading more manga than just regular comic books. Well, Zoom books are going to be 128 pages, they're going to be $9.99, and ink books are going to be 200 pages, and are going to be $16.99. So basically, they are going to be in the same format as manga. Now, whether they'll be backwards or not, I probably doubt it, but they are going for and trying to capture the manga audience. And that, I think, is a brilliant idea. Oh, and I understand that there's some sort of war going on between the fans. Is it manga? Is it manga? Blah, 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 yada, yada. I don't care. So I'm sorry for those that I have triggered by saying manga, but it's muscle memory by this point, and it ain't gonna change. Just to be fair and balanced, Marvel is doing a young adult as well. It's called Marvel Rising Secret Warriors. They announced it back in December. Some of you may already know about it. It's based on a cartoon. It's going to be, of course, aimed at a younger audience. Once again, not the demographic for it, but I'm not the demographic for DC superhero girls, and I can tell you that's enjoyable. It's going to not only be a cartoon, but they're going to put out a comic book. Now, they're describing it as a comic book, so I don't know, or in all honesty, if they're describing it as a comic book, I don't think it will be manga format, which I think is a big miss for them. There's going to be a Marvel Rising Zero. It's going to be written by Devin Grayson with art by Mark Alfalia, and it'll be the story of Squirrel Girl meeting Ms. Marvel for the first time. And then they'll have a Father's Day issue, because fathers will be all over these characters. So there you go, gang. The young adult war has begun, and it looks like DC's going to win this. If only because they are taking up the manga, whatever you want to call it, format. DC's just saying, well, here's an animated series, here's a comic book that goes with it. Unless they're putting it in those digest forms at the grocery store, what's the difference? You got to get them into the shops, Marvel. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, click share. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't done it already. And even if you have hit subscribe, make sure everybody is ringing that notification bell. Cool things happen around these parts. Also, this is the way of making a living, so if you don't mind helping out, support a little bit, Go on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till. Helps keep making videos for you. Helps keep the lights on as well. Like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.